Where do you live? Do you live here? Or here? Or here? Well, it doesn't matter where you live.
But what matter is, can you talk about your house in English? So today, follow my footsteps. We are going to learn the vocabulary of the house. We will learn the types of houses and the parts of a house, and together we will practice how you can use the vocabulary we will learn today in your speaking. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and watch till the end. So the first type of house is a castle. Repeat after me. A castle, not castle. Okay, so the T is silent. A castle. So as you can see, a castle is a very large building typical of the medieval period. So the next type of house is a block of flats, British English, or a block of apartments, American English. You can simply call it an apartment building. There are many types of apartments. A one-bedroom apartment is called a studio apartment. An apartment with more than one floor is called a duplex apartment. And an apartment with two and more bedrooms is a normal apartment. So in which kind of apartment do you live? The next type of house is a mansion. Repeat after me. A mansion. Again, a mansion. So a mansion is a large dwelling house. The chief lives in a big mansion. The next type of house is a detached house. A detached house. A detached house is a house standing on its own. As you can see on the picture, a house standing on its own. And our next house is a semi-detached house. Repeat after me. A semi-detached house. So a semi-detached house is a house sharing a common wall with the next house or with other houses, as you can see on the picture. Our next type of house is a caravan. Okay, the American, there's no accentuation, so it is caravan, and the British, caravan. You see the accentuation with the pronunciation. So as you can see, finally we have a skyscraper. Repeat after me. Skyscraper. Again, skyscraper. Now let's talk about the outside of the house or the exterior. We have the windows, the front door, the garden. Some houses have a chimney. Repeat after me. A chimney. Again, a chimney. A chimney. A fence. A fence. A gate. A gate. The front yard and the backyard.
Now let's talk about the house interior.
So when you get inside the house, the first room is the living room. The living room. The living room is usually the biggest room in a house, and you can use different adjectives to describe the living room. You can use adjectives like big, small, cozy, and so on. Next is the kitchen. Repeat after me, kitchen. Next to the kitchen is the dining room, where you have a dining table. Next, bedroom, and next the bathroom, and the bathroom. Now is the time to speak. As you can see, I am going to meet 3 of my students and listen to how they will use the vocabulary we learned in this video to talk about their house, their home. Let's start with Papi. Hey Papi, tell me about your house. Where do you live?
I live in a semi-detached house. It is a 3-bedroom house with a modern kitchen, a bathroom, a small living room and a large front yard.
Now let's start with Jennifer. Jennifer, please tell me about your house. Do you live in a house or a flat?
I live in a studio apartment. The living room and kitchen are quite small, but there's a big kitchen. There's also a small balcony where I can sit outside.
Now Annie, tell me about your house. Do you live in a house or a flat? Let's enjoy her Indian accent.
Well, I grew up in the countryside in a detached house with my family. It was an old family house with a large living room, 4 large bedrooms, an old kitchen, and a very big front and backyard. It also had a chimney.
Now it's your turn. Tell me about your house. Do you live in a house or an apartment? Describe your house. I would like everyone watching this video to write a description of their house in the comment section by using the vocabulary words we have seen in this video. And after you write, try to practice speaking about your house. If you don't have someone with whom you can speak, that is fine. Just speak to yourself. This will help you to keep those vocabulary words, and this is part of thinking in English. There are many different types of houses, okay, but in this video I've just chosen the most important ones, okay. I've just chosen some, and this is part 1, because in part 2 we are going to know the different objects that are found in the different rooms of a house. Now it's time for me to take the long way back home. Have a nice day. Bye.
If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load for the seeds he sowed, and if you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say, you're going wrong.